Welcome everyone. This is my first intro video for my shaving channel that I'm going to start. It's called Smooth Shaving. Will be your host, RD Shave. Try and get this camera a little straight for you all. So I've tried to make many videos, but YouTube seems not like them, so they've been kicked off. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one started to try to make it a little shorter. So we'll start this video off with Ruins by Night Watch soap and aftershave. Very good soap. Pretty thirsty though. Likes the water. And the Edwin Jagger 89. Now this is the third use on this razor and blade. I have a routine that I use, so I make sure that I use all of the things, but just to make sure that you do know, for you head shavers, it does have an overhang to it, so you might want to watch them ears if you have this razor. Very good razor, one of my daily drivers. Really do like it. The brush that I'm using today is the Yaqi 24 millimeter. Very good synthetic brush, but let's go ahead and get started. So I'm a little late to the ball game here. Should have started these videos back in 2014 when I started watching them myself, but I never did get around to it. So I have a little bit of extra time now, so I decided that, I might as well do it. He wanted to. Might be 11 years late, but you know what? Go ahead and get it started. Try to help some of you new guys that are starting out with some common sense, good foundation. That's what it's about. The more I can help you to understand a routine, to get your technique down, to get your rhythm down, that's what it's about. You want to have one of the best experiences you can while you're wet shaving, because if not, it can be a very, very bad experience if you're cutting and tearing your face all to pieces because you don't have the right techniques. But we'll get into those into later videos. This is just an introduction to me. So my dad started teaching me to wet shave when I was 12 years old. So for some of you youngsters, that was back in 1987. Now there were some times when I was in school that razor blades were not allowed on the campus. So I did use a cartridge razor for a couple of years. During that time, there was a span during COVID that I grew a beard, so I didn't shave a lot then. But this is my normal face hair, I guess you could say, how I normally wear it. I am a daily shaver, so I do shave every day. I won't be putting out videos every day. It'll probably be on just the days that I'm off work, so I have the time to do all the editing, all of that good stuff to make it look good. Now, when I started watching these videos, I had only owned 2 razors since I started shaving. So we'll say the first 30 years of me wet shaving, I had a razor that my dad gave me when I started shaving, and then I ended up buying I think it was a Parker, I don't remember the number. It was a butterfly top, but the pharmacy that my wife works at was having a sale. I bought my second razor there back in '04, I think is when it was. So I'd only had 2 razors pretty much the entire time that I had shaved. I started out with a Williams puck in a teacup and used that for almost 20 years. I then, around 2004, started using Proraso. Kind of a little bit of a better option because there was more flavors of it. You had the white, the red, and the green, and pretty cheap. $10 plus, you know, discounts from the place that my wife worked at. So it was, you know, $7, $8 for a tub of it. Can't beat that. Can't beat that soap. If you're new to it, if you're a veteran, you can talk to anybody that's shaved for a very long time. Proraso soap is extremely hard to beat for the price. It's a little hard to master the hydration in the soap when you're making your lather, but once you figure that out, it's one heck of a soap. But back on track. 2014, I decided to buy me a newer, better razor. So got on YouTube, started watching reviews, people shaving and stuff, and then one guy in particular caught my eye. His name was Ken Surfs. And if any of you all have been wet shaving for any period of time within the past, I'm gonna say 9 years, and you've watched videos on YouTube, you have seen Ken Surfs. Now, after watching the videos with him, I ended up purchasing my first Merkur 34C. But I kept watching Mr. Surfs, and this so-called necessity of having to shave on a daily basis ended up turning into a hobby. You say hobby to make yourself feel good, but it's a downright addiction, guys. From 2004 to about 2022, let me rephrase that, 2014 to 2022, I had accumulated and bought 182 razors. Ridiculous amount. Ridiculous. Crazy. Hobby my ass. It was a flat out addiction. But since then, I've sold, I've traded, and whittled my inventory down to where I only have 19 razors. 3 of them, though, in which I do not use because they are in some fashion or form malfunctioning. So, Mr. Surfs, thank you for that. But thank you for opening my eyes as well. So I used one razor, one soap for 20 years. I used another razor and Proraso soap for another 15, 16, 17 years. It was early last year when I started to experiment with other soaps. It was the first time. So the first things I started experimenting with was Razor Rock soaps. Really liked them, the aftershaves. I ended up going after that to Phoenix Artisan soap. I really liked those 2 soaps. This Night Watch was just recently purchased. I really liked it. And then I realized that one of the guys that I do watch on YouTube who wet shaves is the guy that owns it, runs it, operates it, makes it, I guess, owner operator, I guess you could put it. So that was pretty cool. And then I have extended my soaps now to sterling, which I have 10, I just received 10 samples from sterling soap and aftershaves that I'm going to be trying out. I also have 10 chisel face soaps and aftershaves that I'm going to be trying out. So, as for wet shaving with the DE razor, this is not new to me. I've been behind the razor for about 4 decades. These new formulated soaps, those are new to me. So you're going to see me trying out new soaps, new aftershaves a lot on this, but I don't see myself buying a bunch of razors. There might be something that catches my eye that I do buy a good razor and give a review on it, but I have a certain rotation that I use by razors, by blades, by brushes, soaps, and everything of that nature. So bear with me. You might learn something. You know, if y'all are commenting and stuff, might learn something from you guys. You know, but like the old saying goes, old dogs can be taught new tricks. But my big thing is, you know, if you're new at this, you've got to have a routine. You've got to have a rhythm. You've got to get your technique down. Then everything else will come full circle. I usually don't have to do as much touch-up on my little touch-up pass here. Usually 3 passes, and I usually just have to hit a little whack here and a little whack here. But I didn't tell you this. This is the 3rd. Hang on. Sorry about that. UPS man just showed up. Dogs went a little crazy. Like I'm saying, this is unusual, but this is the 3rd use on this feather blade, so it could be getting dull. And usually after the 3rd one is when I change my blades, and anyway, so. That got it on. So if, you know, this is something that you're looking for, in wet shaving, you know, a lot of experience behind the razor. You know, I'm a common sense person. There's some things I see on here, especially in the younger generation, of them wet shaving that they do, and you know, just it don't make sense to me. You know, why? I think outside the box a lot. But I enjoy wet shaving. I do it daily. And I won't be posting daily. It might be 2-3 videos a week, I'm hoping. But you all will basically be watching me go through and learn new soaps, new soap brands. So there may be some soap brands out there that you all haven't tried yet that I end up trying that helps you out, and I hope it does. There also might be a razor that I have that I do use daily that you do like, you want to know about, or a brush. So it's quick to end this because I am done. I don't know how this video is going to edit, having to stop it like I did for the dogs, but we'll see how it ends up. I'm trying to do what I can with it. I'm going to end this video on this subject, this comment, and this is where I will start the video, the next video. So the key to success in wet shaving, to have that good experience, that smooth shaving, there's 3 components to it. The first one is your routine. You have to have a routine. Pre-shave, shave, post-shave, and you have to stick to it. You really have to drill that into your head, and it takes more than a 1 to 300 shaves. You know, it took me probably 10, 11 years to get my technique down, my rhythm down, my routine down, and then I just stuck with it. The next thing is your technique. You have to have a technique. You have to make sure, and each razor is different. They tell you 30 degrees. I have some that you can do a whole lot less with, or a whole lot more with. So you've got to learn your technique. Your rhythm, how fast do you do it? You know, how long does it take you to do it? Relax. A normal day when I'm not videoing, it takes me 30 minutes to shave. That's pre-prep, pre-shave, shave, post-shave, post-prep. Takes me 30 minutes. And I sit back and I really enjoy what I do, because this is my time of peace, is when I'm in here and doing this. So this is kind of the stuff that interests you, and I know I'm all over the place because I'm trying to get this all into 15 minutes. But the next video, I will start with the routine. If I don't get it done to get to the technique or the rhythm, then hey, we'll just do that in the next video and just keep on going from there. So until the next video, smooth shaving, guys. This is RD Shaves. I'm out.